Around the holiday season, there's one thing that every grocery store that I walk into has on sale at some point: box cake mix. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the flavor, it's on sale. Let me show you how to turn this into cookies instead of just cakes. What's up, guys? Welcome back for day 2 of our 12 days of holiday treats. Today, I'm just going to show you how to upscale an ingredient that we probably all have in our house. It's actually a recipe that I've known for probably the last 10 years or so, and it's kind of become my go to I need a quick treat recipe. So, minimal ingredients. It's going to be crazy how this comes together, and they bake up to these beautiful, soft cake cookies. And I can't wait to show you how we zhuzh them up. So, today I'm going to show you how to make a spice cake cookie and a lemon. These specific flavors mainly because they were requested whenever I asked what flavor of cookies would you like. So we're actually going to start with the lemon ones because they're a favorite in our house. And they are super easy to make. So, like I said, super easy to make. You are going to need 2 eggs, lemon extract, and half a cup of a neutral oil. It doesn't matter. Vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil, olive oil. I've never tried it with avocado oil, but I'm sure that would work as well. Any kind of neutral oil. Now, first, we're going to get our eggs in here with our lemon extract, and we're going to mix them together so that way they are fully emulsified before we add in the dry ingredients. If you're wondering how much lemon extract to add, I always add usually the cap or about a teaspoon. But I've been making these for so long, I just eyeball it. This is also a reminder, like yesterday, make sure your ingredients are at room temperature. The oil is obviously going to be at room temperature. Make sure your eggs come up to room temperature. It will be a lot easier to mix everything together. All right, now that our eggs are fully mixed in, we are going to slowly add in our dry ingredients. You're going to add in about half, and then we're just going to slowly mix everything in. Also, make sure as you're going that you are scraping down the sides and that you are pulling it away from the bottom so that way you can get those pockets of dry cake mix mixed in. Nobody wants clumps of dry mix in their cookies. All right, let's add the other half. All right, start slowly mixing this in, and then we will add in our oil. Oil's in. Continue to mix. Now, when you get to this point right here where you still have some dry pockets, but it's starting to actually come together, this is where you would start adding in anything extra. Do you want white chocolate chips? Do you want dehydrated lemons? Do you want chocolate chips? Whatever it is you want to add, now would be the time to add it in before it's fully mixed together. Again, you don't want to overmix it because it will create a tough cookie. Once it starts to clump together and pull away all together, you are done. It's really weird to say, but once it reaches the consistency of like Play-Doh, it's cookie dough. All right, lemon cake mix is off to the side. Let's work on our spice cake. So this is going to be almost exactly like the first one, only this time we're going to be adding a vanilla extract, some cinnamon, some allspice, and some ground clove. If I added something that you don't like, the vanilla, the cinnamon, the clove, the allspice, don't put it in there. Also, I've never measured the spices that I put in this cookie. I measure with my nose and my heart. Adjust accordingly. Now, when you get to this point right here where we still have some flour visible, this would be a good place to add in walnuts, pecans, white chocolate chips, cream cheese chips, whatever your little heart desires. You can add cinnamon chips in here. It's whatever you want. I've added pecans in here before. I've added dehydrated apples in here before, which reminds me of another dessert I make. We'll get to that later. But this is a good place to add that in. And then just keep mixing until it gets the consistency of the first batch. Now that we've got our lemon and our spice cake cookies done, it's a mouthful after a while. They can go in the fridge to rest. They can go ahead and be scooped out onto a tray. So these are going to bake at 350 degrees for about 12 to 14 minutes, depending on your oven. We're still in the middle of an argument, so old reliable back here will be baking our cookies again. And if you're wondering about rolling these and dusting sugar or something, just wait. We haven't got to that episode yet. And in case you were wondering, start to finish, it took me 5 minutes to put this cookie dough together. It's one of the quicker ones that I can make, and it makes a lot of cookies. So bake sale, hosting a party, or like me, people at work found out that you bake, this is a good thing to take. And the best part, you don't actually have to tell them, you started with a cake mix. You can just tell them, yeah, I made that. All right, they are ready to go in the oven. Like I said, 350 for about 12 to 14 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Your spice cake is not going to get that pretty darkness around the edge because it's already a dark mix as it is. But your lemon ones, if you choose to do those, they will start to color around the outside, and that's what you're looking for. You want a cake consistency in the middle, and then that slight little crispness on the outside. Let's put them in. All right, guys, so it actually only took 10 minutes in the toaster oven. I haven't actually baked these in there before. They usually go in that thing, but they only took about 10 minutes this time, and they are done. They are so beautiful. So they do have kind of a crunchy exterior, but they're going to have a nice pillowy, soft, cakey interior. They smell amazing. I cannot wait to dig into these. Let me know if you try these. They are a favorite for a reason. Right at 10 minutes to make 2 different batters, and it took 10 minutes to bake it. They're super simple. They are so versatile. Literally, it's a cake mix, 2 eggs and half a cup of oil. And you've got cookies. Like, I went ahead and put some on the entire huge sheet tray that I've got, and I'm going to freeze them until, we get done arguing. But here they are. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know which flavor of cake mix you would like to see turned into a cookie, or you want to try turning into a cookie. This recipe may pop back up in a couple days. I think it will. So hold on to it, and we're going to do something a little different with it later. But until then, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Join me tomorrow for another cookie. It's one of my favorites. And I would guess, bye.